What is up, boys? It's your boys, two ham sandwiches and one's on the back. We're back at it with One Piece 1166 coming at you live on a recording. Feels good to be back. I haven't done one of those in months. Man, it's been a minute.
It's been a minute. It felt good hearing you say that again, for sure.
Yeah, no. Have you been keeping it up while I've been away?
No.
You son of a bitch.
Now I will, though.
One sec. Go ahead, speak again. Forgot to have you do a sound check.
Hello.
Eh. Eh.
Eh.
Okay, you're good now.
Woohoo!
Alright, guys. Chapter 1166, starting off with a color spread. We got Yamato and Omata collecting fallen leaves and baking sweet potatoes with tanukis and foxes. Of course, we threw a few of the straw hats in there. Everybody's just wearing some nice fall clothes, very warm, cozy vibes. Kind of disappointed we don't get Frankie, Robin, or Brooke, or Jinbei for that matter. I wonder why we cut the straw hats in half.
Yeah. I mean, no, I got no reasoning for this. I think,
Maybe just spacing.
mm, I mean, 1000% spacing. I think you lose out on a lot of the colors and the scenery if you put in Frankie, Brooke, and Robin.
Mm.
But I would have liked to see them here too. What's up
Alrighty,
with
let's
the? Yep.
jump right
Yeah.
into it though, because I am
Just
I
jump
am
into it.
juicing for this one.
Yeah, I haven't. I think I've heard some rumblings. I don't know, but anyway, we're picking up pretty much right after the last chapter with Garp and Roger taking out Rocks. Everyone's on the ground, and Rocks is just lying there thinking to himself, "Has the curse worn off?" And you see Roger and Garp are down after they're all out attacks. Oh shit! And we see Rocks looking up, and he sees someone with a crescent-shaped hairdo walking towards him. Obviously, Garling, and then two other Holy Knights. Nope. Guess not. Roger, Garp, you better run. No reason to stick around and die with me. Oh, right. Forgot to say one thing. I'm glad you stopped me. Thanks. And you just see
Damn.
Figurlin just pull his sword right over Rox's neck and just plunge as he's saying all that. I assume he's using the voice of all things to communicate all of that.
Sounds like it, yeah. Holy heck. Oh,
And
that's
then we cut.
what a
Yeah,
death.
man, it's brutal. I mean, Rox is really shot up. I mean, we could talk about it after, but I fucking love Rox. Anyway, we cut away. We see Scopper and Rayleigh are carrying Garp and Roger. Where's Rox? And Scopper's like, "You're worried about your enemy?" Oh wait, that's Garp that's saying that, isn't it? Hold on. Yep, that's Garp saying that. My bad. And Garp's saying, "You guys are my enemies too." And Roger, being carried by Rayleigh, says, "What happened to Rox, Rayleigh?" He says, "They killed him." And we're cutting away, and we see just the island just kind of like imploding, more or less. Hurry, the island's collapsing. Don't let the pirates escape. Roger's ship is on the move. Open fire. You see, absent from the pages of recorded history, like a curtain falling on a stage, the island crumbled in upon itself and was shrouded in a deep, deep mist. We're cutting to some of the big players. We see Roger and Garp are down and just kind of recovering. We see Whitebeard and Linlin looking over. We see a wide shot of the clouds, still kind of parted from where there was a hockey clash. This is a broad account of what happened. The mysterious, obscure God Valley incident. We see the Oro Jackson, amongst other Marine ships, making its escape. Let's make our escape. Full speed ahead. But after a brief moment of silence, a massive lightning bolt with countless branches split the sky. With that, a number of new stories began.
Oh,
We
dang.
see Kaido, Dragon, Baby Shanks, probably still in the treasure chest, and we see Ginny, Eva, and Kuma, and then Baby Teach. Still crying, still scarred. Anyway, I'm sure nothing will come of that. Alright, so cutting forward a little bit in time. We still gotta wait? Yes, not until Roger wakes up. Hurry up, Captain Roger, I want to open up those chests. And we see him get up. Roger! Sorry to worry you all like that. Ah, good, you're better now. Anyway, check this out. Were you really worried for me or not? And just note, we see Gloriosa in the back. She did get on their ship with them. Um, we see Shaki's clinging on to Rayleigh, and he's just kind of there. We got Shaki out safe and sound, and we made off with all this treasure. He's like, wow, what a haul. We just hear Baby Googling. He's like, wah, da, ah. I was like, huh? Hey, that came from inside the chest. There's something in there. Careful when you open it. They open it and they're like, a baby. We just see Shanks just reaching over, he's just laughing. He's like, oh, cool, I have friends now. Cutting over to different islands across the sea. The downfall of the Rocks Pirates. The story, of course, was heavily sanitized and prominently featured the exploits of Garp the hero. The Rocks Pirates are done for. Rocks is dead. I just knew Vice Admiral Garp was the real strongest man around. Garp, Garp. Now there's a true hero. Navy HQ, Grand Line. What is this drivel? We Vice Admiral Garp, stop! And we see him ripping up a newspaper. He's just, still covered in bandages, causing a ruckus. Bring me this Morgan's guy. He needs to answer for this. Oh, stop it, Garp. The government clearly paid him off to write this. We see a young Sengoku there. The world government and the Navy are both massive organizations. If you include the militaries of all the member countries, there are tens of millions of soldiers across the world. It's impossible to be completely aware of what every last one of them is doing. So when I notice that upper management is doing something insane, I can just look the other way. Garp's like, huh? That's what I hate about you, Sengoku. You ladder-climbing fool. Shut up. What is barking from the bottom of the cliff going to accomplish? All the soldiers around them are like, stop it, you two. And they're getting real close and personal. If you turn out like them, I'm going to kill you myself. And Sengoku's like, well, with friends like you, how can I possibly go wrong? And they're both just like beating each other up. Don't tell me you're quitting, Garp. You some kind of idiot? I've got plenty to protect down at the bottom of the cliffs, as you call it. That's kind of badass. Anyway.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Cutting back to
finally!
Elba.
Finally getting Loki.
Whose flashback is this again? I forgot. We see Loki's just crying in the underworld. All the animals are just kind of like put off by this, and we were seeing him remember his meeting with Rox. You're back again? I'm not taking you with me. How many times do I have to say it, Squirt? Really think I take kids onto my crew? Ugh, what a mess! Ignored by the guy whose attention I want, and followed around by some annoying snot-nosed brat instead. And Loki's like, I think you're Nika, Rox. Nico, the warrior of liberation. He laughs as he tears down the world. He tears it down. Well, I'm gonna be the king of the world. If anyone's got that kind of power, it's Harald. Huh? Listen to this, Loki. Slumbering somewhere out there in the world is a bunch of incredible destroyers by the name of Galila. The guy who can actually control them is your old man.
Oh.
Interesting. I could have all the outlaws in the world under my command. If me and Harold team up, who could possibly stop us? Loki's like, wow, that's so cool. So why doesn't my dad team up with you? He's like, because of love. He's like, what? But I'll keep coming back. 100 times, 200, as many as it takes. And he's just sniffling as he looks at what I can only imagine is the newspaper saying that Rox is dead as he starts crying again. And we're cutting to on a certain island. There's been an assault. It was King Harald of Elbaf. Has he hurt any civilians? No. It's a giant roofing that he's beating, but it's so brutal. You still don't get it, do you? And this is Harold saying this. Yes, I do. I'm sorry. I'll never pillage the humans again. You don't get it. None of you do. As he lands a huge, massive punch on this guy who's already on his back. All of you scum with size as your only quality are the ones who built the Giants' history of terror. And because of you, no one believes us. They don't believe that we seek a peaceful seat among the nations of the world. Your Majesty, he's unconscious. I wanted Elbaf to join the world government to avoid losing their faith. And that was why I couldn't help him. And he's just crying now, thinking about rocks. Whoever's side fortune is on, it doesn't feel like mine. So lend me your aid. My greatest friend begged me for help, and I turned my back on him. I left him there to die. Now I cannot turn back from this path. I refuse to overlook the evil of the giants. And we're seeing more clippings from newspapers. The king of the giants becomes deranged. Navy HQ underground cells. We see Garp looking in on Dragon in his cell. He's all handcuffed. I'm quitting the
Oh,
Navy, Dad. I know. And on that topic, Garp's saying, oh no, Dragon's saying, I'm disgusted with you. And Garp's like, I know. As he gives him the keys, letting him free.
oh my God! Garp started the revolution.
We got a lot to talk about with Garp and Dragon. We'll get to it. Um, Cutting back to Elbaf, we see Ida and we see Jarl, or is that Jarl? No, Jarl, because Jarl's dead by this point. Harald, I've made up my mind, Ida. Chief Jarl, it's time for me to set aside these half measures. Hajrudin, Loki, you are my sons, and I love you both. I want you two to work together. So we're really trying to push things forward a little bit here. Navy HQ, Marineford. Support Elbaf after I'm gone. Wait, shit, what? It's an Elbaf Royal Navy ship. What? I'm very sorry, King Harold, but I've been instructed not to allow you to land. Officers of the Navy and dignitaries of the world government, please hear me out. Oh, shit. He's grabbing his horns and he's ripping them out. I knew this was coming, but I didn't know he was going to do it here. This is badass. Harold's like, what? Yeah! And they're all like clutching their heads like they know what it feels like to have horns ripped out of their heads. Allow me this chance to atone for 1,000 years of history. I want to apologize for all the mistakes that giantkind has made. I wish to prove my oath of peace so that the children of Elbaf can lead fruitful lives without hurting anyone, so that they can live hand in hand with humanity. I want a chance to atone for our sins. If that means I must be a slave, so be it. And we
Oh
just cut
dang!
to Emu just looking at this, and that's the end of the chapter. Holy shit.
Okay, fantastic chapter. But what I need to touch on that I noticed immediately, and it's not sitting right
Mm-hmm.
with me, is can we talk about Thriller Bark that looks
Mm-hmm.
suspiciously like God Valley, that has all these rocks corpses on it, and
Mm-hmm.
is shrouded in a mist. But we saw last chapter or chapter two ago, Rocks
Mm-hmm.
and Garp and Roger, they destroyed the island. It's no longer the two pillars there. So why
Mm-hmm.
do we have an island that looks like that with all these corpses also shrouded in a mist, also from the West Blue?
Right,
Like,
right.
but it's not that island. Like, what is happening there?
I mean, this really does. I mean, we don't actually. I mean, we see that
Like,
God Valley collapses, but what does that mean?
did
You know,
Moria pick up a mountain and put it back? I don't know.
like
But
considering because
we
he
see
built.
the Buster Call happening. There is a hole in the ocean now. So unless Kuma decided he's gonna liberate the entire island,
Right. No, I wonder if Morio, because did he build Thriller Bark after he got annihilated by Kaido, or is that before Kaido? Do we know
I could
actually?
not tell you. I think we know, but I do not know.
Hmm.
I'm pretty sure he's had it before.
Okay. Regardless, I could totally see him like having his shadows build this ship up and putting God Valley back together or something. This is me coping that this theory is still true, but I don't know.
So I don't want to like take too much copium, but at the same time, it's a God Valley looking island with all the people who
Hmm.
died there, and then it's shrouded in a mist. I was ready to let it go as a weird series of coincidences till this one is shrouded in a mist.
That's so funny.
Like he's either teasing us and just making fun of us, or he's playing something huge here.
Yeah. I mean,
I have no idea. I don't know. There's a lot of dots and I can't connect any of them.
I was gonna. maybe bring up Oz or Oars rather, but like he didn't revive him until the Straw Hats came along,
Didn't
right?
revive him till the Straw Hats came along.
Because he's a continent puller, he could maybe put it back
Yeah,
together, but
like
I don't know, man.
Ors would have worked, except he wasn't even a factor.
Hmm. Mm-mm-mm. I have questions.
And while we're talking about Ors, ancient giant frozen,
Hmm.
and then in the same flashback where we get God Valley that has all these connections, we also get the mention of Galila, who
Hmm.
is apparently a bunch of ancient giants that are now pretty well decided to be frozen. Like,
Yeah,
why are there so many connections of Thriller Bark to the God Valley flashback?
it's weird. I love it because Thriller Bark, in a sense, aside from having like two warlords show up and it feels a little disconnected, almost like Skypiea in
Yeah.
a way. But it feels like it's become more and more increasingly relevant, especially with the
Mm-hmm.
revelation that Moria's what is he, a Kozuki,
Yep.
and now this connection to Galila and God, it's just there's a lot that's it's starting to be connected to, and I love that it's being more relevant.
So what I've always loved is like I never hated Thriller Bark, but it definitely, like you said,
Hmm.
it felt a little disconnected. Not quite filler. Obviously, you got the Kuma stuff, the Moria stuff,
Hmm.
but more or less, it felt like a fluff arc that we're just taking a fun little adventure after Water Seven.
Right.
Um, but man, this entire time I was like, okay, yeah, Skypiea, that's a microcosm for the whole series. Alabasta, yeah, there's a lot of implications there. And then you get
Hmm.
to Thriller Bark, and it's just like, yeah, you know what, that was fun, wasn't it? No, turns out
Yeah.
super relevant, actually really important, heavy foreshadowing for a bunch of things.
Hmm.
And it just
Okay.
it goes to show you that Oda does not make islands for fun. So
Mm.
what the hell, Long Ring, Long Land? What is going on with you? I refuse to believe you're just the Foxy arc. But you know what else? I refuse to believe. Fuck it, going down the rabbit hole. What the hell is
Do it.
Gaimon? Why did we take a single chapter to do Gaimon? Why is he Oda's favorite character? It's not filler. It's canon. Oda doesn't do canon for the sake of canon. Gaimon's important. What is he?
I'm waiting for that moment where Oda
Like,
finds a way to make him important.
no,
I'm
it's
waiting.
his favorite character. He has to know what Gaimon's gonna do eventually. Like, if nothing else, we could have just forgotten about Gaimon. But he's gotten a girlfriend. He got that little arc with Buggy. He's in cover art. Like, we see the occasional panel of him reacting to world news.
Hmm.
What the hell is Gaimon? Why is he relevant?
I'm just saying, he's in a treasure chest. Shanks is in a treasure chest. Just saying.
What does that mean?
I'm just saying.
I
Connect the dots.
refuse to. I was talking to the friend about this last night. Just I refuse to believe Gaimon is this weird little nothing character. He is cooking something with him, and especially because he was in the East Blue, which is like the most critical point of storytelling. So much foreshadowing, so much groundwork being laid.
Hmm.
What the hell is Gaimon? Anyway, so
Oh
that's how I
man, I
tie
love it.
Gaimon to Thriller Bark.
We got there, fellas.
Also, low key, I'm disappointed Roger didn't wake up from the fight and just have his mustache, and like that's how we know he's Pirate King level now.
Yeah, that would have been
Like,
cool. That
can't
would have been
explain where it came from, but he just has a mustache. I would have
cool.
vibed with it.
I would have, if either him or Garp grew out their facial hair to be like, oh, they're both Pirate King status.
Oh my god, actually, I forgot Garp had facial hair. Please let them wake up from this. They just have beards now. Like, huh?
Yeah,
That would have been
not Sengoku.
so funny.
Also, this is such a minor thing. It really isn't important. But how did, because didn't Shanks get his name from his mom on God Valley?
Huh.
How does Roger and his crew learn that and start calling him that, you know?
Weird coincidence. They just
Uh,
both happen to name him Shanks.
and that's how Garling wasn't able to find him all these years.
Oh my god, no, yeah. Somebody SBS Oda.
He has a name tag on. I mean, 1000%. I could see Oda just being like, "Oh, he wrote his name on all his clothes or something." I don't know.
I mean, you got the out there, and we just have to assume it's true. Not that's not copium though. That's if we
Hmm.
bother asking, that's what he's gonna tell us.
Straight up, straight
Like
up.
he will just pull it out of his ass, like, yeah, no, Shanks
They
knew it.
just they just knew, you know. I don't
He
know.
looks like a Shanks.
Yeah. Don't you just look at him and see, ah, Shanks, I see it.
Yeah, but no, good call on that. I definitely, I did not even put two and two together there.
Hmm. Uh, yeah. Love all the Garp stuff this chapter.
Shout out to the Sengoku stuff. Like,
Also that, yeah.
I'm gonna climb the ladder, you look the other way when this stuff happens, but you're here to keep me grounded. I can vibe with that.
Hmm. You really see that as a reflection of what they do in Brainford
I
is,
was gonna say, like, go
Sengoku's
back
like
to
actually
Marineford.
going, hmm like this is exactly their attitudes about it. And I know people have kind of been clowning on Garp a little bit because like he sees what the face of the world government is and he's still there, but here he's justifying it. And we even see him like I don't want to say coming to terms with it, but like recognizing that it's awful and lets his son free, who's now the most wanted man on the sea.
Mm-hmm.
So
Like, he absolutely
I
opposes the
yeah.
world government. He's only here to protect the subordinates, to protect regular people from the world government.
Hmm.
Oh my god, no, I mad respect for Garp on this. And letting
Straight up, straight
Dragon
up.
go, like the guy
Hmm.
who handed over Ace and watched him be executed, who was just going to sit there and that, who he has a heart. Underneath it all, he
Hmm.
wasn't just hurting. He let he let Dragon go.
Hmm.
How the hell is he not arrested? How is he not in jail? He struck Emu and then released Dragon, and he's the
Straight
hero
up.
of the Marines.
It's wild. I still have like my questions and qualms about that. Knowing I don't know if the government knows that he is part of the D clan or not, but I feel like they have to know, and I feel like
Oh,
there's got to be some sort of like answer to that.
they about Garp? Yeah, they absolutely know. He's Monkey D. Garp.
Yeah,
His grandson is
right,
Monkey
and
D. Luffy. They have to know. There's no way they don't know. His son is Monkey D. Dragon.
right. Like, but
It's
yeah,
not a
he's still
secret.
lauded as the hero of the Navy, and he's still breathing. Now he's in a bad spot, but he's still breathing. So I'm just
Dude,
wondering what the justification of all that is.
I always like I get the trifecta of the monkeys with the Marines, the Revolution, and the pirates.
Hmm.
But I always kind of like that there were a couple D's in the Marines, and it's like, oh,
Hmm.
you're obviously good guys, but like, what are you fighting for and against and all that? And here,
Right, right.
I always wondered why was the Marines so fine with D. It's like, oh, I guess
Hmm.
Garp did a good job and he fought pirates and he protected people. But this is what you get for getting a D to vice admiral. He starts releasing criminals because he's like, yeah, I don't like you anymore.
Yeah,
Like I refuse
that's
to get
why.
promoted. I'm going to spit on my superiors and I'm going to release criminals whenever I see fit. That's how he's
Hmm.
still a D. I thought maybe there's like some level of submission there. No, he's just doing this because he's a morally good character.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, he also ran off to rescue Kobe against orders. So I mean, there's always been that rebellious streak. Yeah, you're right.
Very curious to see how this Harald stuff plays out because like modern day Elbaf's not world government. So what the
Right.
hell? What happens? They obviously
Hmm.
reject his peace terms here. He obviously gets to go free. I don't know. Very curious.
Well, now I'm wondering because we get that snippet from the world newspaper saying the King of the Giants becomes deranged. I wonder if that's something the Marines use as justification to be like, well, no, you've been causing havoc on the seas. Like, part of that's due to his, grief over rocks, but like, maybe that's just it. They know he's associated with rocks before. That's how they're like, let's not. But we see Emu's like, oh, he wants to be a slave. Okay, Moo will take him up on that opportunity. You know what I mean?
Except he
That's how we get
doesn't. Except
Dumbieversity.
we know he goes back to Elbaf and is there for a while.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sorry to. I don't want to. I gotta cut this short. I got places to be today.
Yeah.
But it was good coming back for a chapter. Hopefully, I'll be able to do this again in the near future. And if you guys want to
Fingers
see more of the
crossed.
chapters read by exclusively Patrick, be sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification while taking my time.